You're listening to the My Hair Ain't Nappy podcast, where I'll be giving valuable insight and thought-provoking perspectives about the connections between our hair and how we live our daily lives. I know that many of you have heard people talking about Jerry curls and pressing curls, high top fades and sporting waves, the best products for your hair, and so much more. But what you haven't heard is how our hair can be a full reflection of what's going on in our hearts, what's going on in our minds, what's going on in our bodies, and what's going on in our souls. I'm your host, Darius Peace, and I'm excited to be your weekly guide on the journey to having better hair and a better life. Me, I am. I am the only me I am who qualifies as me. No me I am has ever been before, and none will ever be. No other me I am can feel the feelings I've within. No other me I am can fit precisely in my skin. There is no other me I am who thinks the thoughts I do. The world contains one me I am this earth shall ever see. That me I always am, is no one else but me. That poem's by Jack Prelutsky, and I used to read that to my kids when they were smaller. I wanted them to, my wife and I wanted them to have a deep sense of self. This happened before we even started having kids. My wife and I have been married for over 19 years. This year will make 20 years of us. Give us a hand clap. Yes, thank you. And we've got 5 kids. Before we started having kids, what was very important to us was that our kids would feel confident and comfortable and proud to be in the skin that they're in. No issues of low self-esteem or, my hair is nappy or my nose is big, my lips too big, my eyes too big, my skin too dark, like all those things. We didn't want them to have that. We wanted them to have a deep love and acceptance and embrace and appreciation for themselves and everything that makes them extraordinarily unique. And I know many of us as parents or as people, as friends, as cousins, as whatever we are to people, we want that. I received an award last night. I know it seemed like I shifted, but me receiving an award last night ties into this. The award ceremony that I participated in was called the Mirror Gala Awards. And the trophy was a beautiful, ornate mirror with wording that expressed my excellence as your natural hair expert. And so the trophy being a mirror and me being able to see myself in that mirror brought me to a place of reflection. And so that's what is inspiring this topic today about the me. Me. The me in all of us. Y'all, we got to get through so many layers of stuff that contributes to our insecurities and dissatisfactions with ourselves. And when we don't do that, and I mean layers, y'all, we have so much stuff. There are moments in the salon setting when I'm operating in hair mode that I'll turn the person around so that they can look at themselves in the mirror. And sometimes people say, I don't want to look at me. I don't want to see myself. Even when their hair is beautiful, because we gonna lay it down. But when the hair is not, but the hair could be all that and then some, but they could still have all these layers of stuff that distract them from being able to see their beauty. I like to speak collectively, so I'll say that we can oftentimes allow our beauty and our best selves to be distracted with all the shit that we allow to pile up over the years. Enough is enough. Like, seriously, we got to talk about this.
Visit HayaBeauty.com. That's HAYAH beauty.com, or give us a call 205-703-8022 for questions, for information, or to book your appointment.
You always will be. Beauty higher, beauty can take you higher. The mission is to inspire, and I always choose to start my day with higher, higher beauty.
Yep, we gotta talk about all these insecurities and dissatisfactions with ourselves that, can often result in the consequences of self-sabotage or irreparable damage that cause us to not be our best selves and not be able to show up as our best selves. Of course, y'all know I work in the hair industry. Why? My hair ain't nappy. That's the podcast, and hair in my experience, because when I tell people that my hair ain't nappy, and of course I'm Darius Peace, your natural hair expert, people can oftentimes think that I only do Afro textured hair, or I only know Afro textured hair. But I've been a hairstylist for a long time, and I'm highly skilled and trained to do any hair texture. And I'm highly informed and educated on any hair texture. So I look at hair as different fabric. And so I'm able to accommodate whatever the fabric is and offer expertise on how to accommodate. But one of the things that I noticed across the board is that hair is a big deal. And sometimes as Black people, we can think that our issues are exclusive to our Black world and our Black experience, but these things are common across the board. They just showcase themselves with different fabric. And I want to talk about just the damage that occurs when we are not enough. With Black people, we talk about, good hair, bad hair. My hair is good enough. My hair is long enough. My hair is this, but it's really across the board. People have issues with their hair all the time because our hair is always changing. My color isn't light enough. My color isn't dark enough. Oh, my hair is too gray. My hair is not straight enough. My hair is not curly enough. My hair is not full enough, not thick enough, not thin enough. It's never enough. There's always the concerns of it just not being enough. And these things showcase in other areas, our faces and bodies. It's not a race thing anymore. This is a human thing of not feeling adequate, not feeling sufficient, not feeling enough. Our face and body images are a big deal across the board, no matter the aesthetic. It's often perceived and stated as never enough. And when we don't feel or think that we're enough, we start doing these things that start to alter and change our looks. And a lot of times, because we don't even research what we're doing or know about any common side effects or after effects with what we're doing, we end up causing damage. So I'll give some examples with what we do with our hair, because we may not be satisfied with our natural hair color. And don't get me wrong. Now, I love hair color. I love switching the hair. I don't want y'all to think that I'm this natural Nazi, about, different, staying true to whatever your natural organic aesthetic is. No, I love and accept and encourage a lot of times the reinvention of oneself. However, it's different when you want to reinvent because I just want to see something different, or when you're changing because this is not enough. I don't feel pretty enough, or I don't feel beautiful enough. And so in those cases, when we start making changes, my hair isn't straight enough, so I'm going to chemically alter it, which can result in damage, or I'm going to heat treat it to the point where it's falling out now, or I'm burning it out, or I'm going to over process it with hair color because I don't know what I'm doing, or go into somebody who may do it over and over and over again. And so now it's compromised. Those things happen with our hair because it's not enough. Even when we, use different weave extensions or braid extensions, all those things, when done improperly, can result in irreparable damage. And now we're stuck in it, and we're unable to really expose our true beauty. And that can be an issue because we perceived ourselves as not enough. Enough is enough, y'all. We're more than enough. Enough is enough. And then when we think about our face and body issues, and that's really showcasing itself across the board now, it's becoming more mainstream for people to alter their faces with plastic surgeries or different Botox treatments or all these things that really reveal our low self-esteem because we've been told in some way, shape, or form that our face is not enough, that our lips are not enough, or that our aging bodies are not enough because that's not beautiful. The only thing that is taught or marketed as beauty is a certain look of youth, not age, not color, not hair texture. It's this look right here. And if you don't fall into this category or if you don't fit into this box, you're not enough. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, our differences can seem like they're not enough. It's not just the hair that we get insecure about or the face and body images that we get insecure about. In many cases, the way we think can seem like it's not enough. Our emotions, whatever they may be and however we reveal them, may seem like they're not enough. Our spirituality may not seem like it's enough. And if we don't fit into these boxes of what's marketed as ideal for these things, then we start to sabotage ourselves. Go all over the place. Yeah, the way you spiritually think or act is not enough. So you need to do it this way. And you're trying to make yourself, fall into a category that's incompatible with you. You think too much. I was speaking with a friend earlier and they were telling me that they were being long-winded about something. And I was like, no, I don't think that you're long-winded. Anybody who thinks that you're long-winded is somebody who doesn't want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say. And I looked at that as somebody somewhere and somebody down the line said that person was too much of something or not enough of something. And we can't keep buying into these things. Why? Goes back to the poem. I am the only me I am who thinks the way I think, who feels the way I feel, who operates the way I operate. That's one of the things that makes us extraordinarily unique on this earth. And we have to own that. I used to talk to my kids about them being unique flowers. And one of the things that make a bouquet so beautiful is all of the unique showcases of flowers. You've got your chrysanthemums and you've got your daisies and you've got your roses and your tulips and your lilies and your hydrangeas all pulled together to create a beautiful bouquet. And not saying that one type of flower doesn't create a beautiful bouquet, but it really is so much more extraordinary, in my opinion, when you've got a whole lot of different showcases of flowers that create that bouquet. We've got to overall just really shift our mindsets and our tolerance levels to include ourselves. That's our responsibility first. Because when we include ourselves into what is beautiful and what is great and what is outstanding, what is powerful, what is positive, what is progressive, and what is productive, that's when we're also able to have the capacity and the stamina to include and accept and embrace others and the difference around us. That starts with the me. That's what was so extraordinary about the award ceremony last night and me getting a mirror and me becoming reflective, because I had to look at myself. I had to look at myself in that moment and remember that I am responsible for redefining or defining beauty for myself. Accepting that, hey, these lips are mine. I don't have to change these lips. This hair is mine. It ain't nappy. These eyes are mine, and I can see how only I can see. That's okay. That's my extraordinary gift in the earth. And so we all have to redefine that beauty for ourselves by smiling at ourselves and celebrating ourselves and really challenging the ideologies that influenced our thoughts that we weren't enough. We can change that. when I when I first decided that I wanted to do a podcast, the My Hair Ain't Nappy podcast, I just want to make sure y'all got that in your head so you can tune in every week. But the My Hair Ain't Nappy podcast, I was like, oh, let me prepare. I'm going to just write a whole list of all the topics that I want to discuss, so I'll be able to pull out a topic for every week. Y'all, I wrote a topic for every single week, and I have not looked at any one of those topics because it has changed. It's like as soon as I get ready to come in, it's like, that's not what we're talking about today. Why? Because I want to keep it real and I want to keep it fresh and I want to make sure that the information and that I'm sharing and the content that I'm delivering is what's going to have an impact on all of us. Not just y'all, me too, because we talking about me. And the me is not just the me, but the me is you too. But I want to make sure it has impact. And I was reading, and I love the magazine Psychology Today because I'm big on self-help. And I want to just reveal some steps that we can take to start accepting, embracing, and loving ourselves and really accepting the me I am in all of us. So 1, practice verbally asserting yourself in ways that don't feel too intimidating with your friends, with your family members, with your coworkers. That's 1. Step 2, take an inventory of your strengths, write them down. I'm really good at conversing with people. I'm really good at whatever it is that you can bring to the table or contribute to the overall dynamic or collective. 3, try doing something new or challenging your daily or weekly routines. Ain't nothing wrong with that because it opens your mind to more than what you're used to or more than what you're seeing. And it also allows you to be able to contribute to what you can contribute to the collective. 4, actively self-praise daily. Give it to yourself. I remember when I was growing up, one of the things that my family members, older family members would always say, you need to be humble. You don't want to be conceited. You don't want nobody to think that you think too much of yourselves. No, we need to think highly of ourselves because we've all been consumed and fed and led to believe that we're not enough. So no, right now it is essential. It is necessary that we praise ourselves. You can praise yourself by telling yourself, like I said before, the verbal, asserting yourself in different ways and celebrating yourself. I am amazing. I am beautiful. I am confident. Whatever it is that you're lacking, start changing that, retraining your mind and the way you perceive yourself. Number 5, be honest about realistic goals for yourself so you can reduce the risk of disappointing yourself. I was talking to a friend the other day, and one of the things that really breaks my heart is when I hear people say, I feel like a failure. Why do you feel? Who told you you were a failure? No, you are not a failure. The only reason you think you a failure is because you thought you weren't enough. You thought you weren't producing enough or giving enough, and you're giving what you can right now. So when you set a realistic goal for yourself, then it's like, okay, no, I know I can only deliver one of these at a time. So I'm going to do this at my pace and I'm going to measure that goal. And when I meet that goal, I'm going to celebrate it so I don't feel like a failure. And I'm going to stop telling myself that I'm a failure and start telling myself that I'm a winner. I won. 6, practice confident posture. That means sit up straight, give good eye contact, smile. That's so important. And one of the ways that I do that, I get in the mirror. Every time I go in the bathroom, y'all, I will get in that mirror and I am going to look at myself, get comfortable and confident with looking at myself. I'm going to smile at myself. I'm going to talk to myself because when you're able to do that with yourself, it makes it so much easier to be able to do that with other people. I can look you in the eye because I looked at myself in the eyes first. I looked at myself first and I was good with me. So now I can look at you and really expect and in some cases require that you think and do the same with me. 7, think one thing that you're proud of each day so that you can improve and emphasize positivity for yourself. That means celebrate your wins, big or small. Number 8, stop comparing and contrasting yourself to others. Why? Because you are the only me I am. I am the only me I am. That means that we've got to accept and embrace and love our uniqueness and our extraordinary me contribution into the earth. I'm going to read that poem one more time before I close it out, but I got to give credit to Jennifer Gutman of Psychology Today. She's the author of those steps right there. So I don't want y'all to think that I did that. I got to give old girl her credit because she did that right there. And I hope that everybody can put that into practice. But closing out, remember, I am the only me I am who qualifies as me. No me I am has been before and none will ever be. No other me I am can feel the feelings I've within. No other me I am can fit precisely in my skin. There is no other me I am who thinks the thoughts I do. The world contains one me I am this earth shall ever see. That me I always am, is no one else but me. And always remember, your hair ain't nappy, and my hair ain't nappy either.
Speakers, coaches, experts, and entrepreneurs. Whether you're keynoting events, growing your business, or commanding the boardroom, you are highly skilled and accomplished at what you do. But something's missing. You don't have a cohesive brand to match your level of success. But not to worry, that's where we come in. We're Honeysuckle Lane Creative Co., and we create stunning visuals that capture the essence of your business and give you the online presence of your dreams. With a full suite of creative services, including photography, web design, graphic design, and marketing strategy, we make sure you're as extraordinary online as you are in your area of expertise. Ditch the DIY and work with an experienced team that gets results. Find us online at honeysucklelanecreative.com and on Instagram at honeysuckleLane_creative. Let's bring your brilliance to life with an unforgettable brand.
Thank you for listening to the My Hair Ain't Nappy podcast. Reach out to us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, and we're on Facebook. All the platforms at the My Hair Ain't Nappy podcast. We want to hear your own stories. Until next time, love you and love your hair.